Oh, you didn't know? Welcome back to another episode of the LTS Wrestling Podcast. It's me. It's that NICC, and I'm with Jojo and Jasper here today. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on,
What's
fellas?
happening?
What's going on?
Happy Wednesday on our end. Let's go, gentlemen. How's everyone doing today?
We're good.
Good.
All right. And welcome everybody to the show. Thank you again for joining us. Continue to please support, sponsor. Sponsor. Throwing that.
We'd love a sponsor.
Yeah, we love sponsors, but
Yeah.
for the most part,
we would love a
we love
sponsor.
the support.
You know.
We love the support. Continue to like us, subscribe, and follow us on all our social media platforms. But outside of that, gentlemen, let's talk wrestling, right? Because there was a lot of it over this past weekend, a whole lot of it, and we've been actually breaking some new segments on our social media platform. Thanks to Cuzzo, doing all our highlight reels, quick recaps of all the shows over the weekend. So kind of like save us some time here a little bit, and if you guys ever need a rundown recap on any of those wrestling shows, specifically with WWE, Cuzzo got you highlight reels, recaps, all the good stuff. But we're gonna talk shop a bit here.
What's up? Sorry to cut you
What's
off, Cuzzo, but let me just say, shout out my editors though. Yeah, hey, my editors, you feel me? Y'all make me look good. So shout out to you too, y'all. Hey. Shout out,
that's AI, but it's all you at the end of the
day. You bring the personality, bro. You bring the personality.
Never imitating, try to duplicate it, but nope.
There you go.
No one other like you. So you bring it. So
it's all LTS though. So, yeah,
yes, sir.
Thank y'all for watching.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about.
So yeah, I guess let's start off with NXT Great American Bash. We had a NXT in the morning on Saturday. And not to ignore the fact that there was also an AEW show going on, All In, which by all means I heard it was a great show. So I'm not gonna really dive into that piece because I can't say I watched the whole thing in entirety. Definitely saw some recaps, but we're gonna talk shop. Wrestling nonetheless. NXT Great American Bash. Anything stood out to you guys? That specific show.
I'll be honest, I did not catch it.
Okay.
It was too early in the morning for me, man. Hawaii time.
Well, yeah, you were on Hawaii time.
No worries. Hey, no worries, Iron Man. I got you, okay? Because there's
hey,
there's
you definitely got.
Ruka,
I definitely watched your rundown, bro. Your rundown helped me out, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what happened, right? This whole Great American Bash thing, it was great, dude. Because look, hey, I question why Jasper Troy is there. Not because he's not talented. It's just you just won a show. Usually nobody really throws you in there. But while he was on the LFG show, I remember the coaches always mentioning he could dish it. But he could take it too. That's why you could throw him in there with a Javon Evans. I was like, why are y'all mixing him up over there? Javon can't pick him up, but yes, he can. Javon can't pick him up, and that was a great one. And then we had Sol Ruka, dog. She was really working that whole weekend. So Sol Ruka catching bodies. It was. I like it. And this all ego guy, that fool's gnarly. Look, if anyone wants to be a heel, that guy's pushing the limits to really prove to Ricky Starks that he's a fucking badass. Oh my Lord, all ego. What kind of ego do you have? And I used to question why? Why would you name yourself that? Oh, of course, because his ego drives him. My Lord, and Ricky, and they just wrote that in there for you to just get ego's edge off to top this whole. Hey man, they did some gnarly stuff.
That was a tough spot.
Yeah,
hey, he's earned that nickname
though,
bro. He fits with that nickname, bro. He earns that nickname.
I agree, man. He earned it for me that day. I was like, I see why, sir. I see why. Ricky, stop mixing up with this guy. Ricky, you just look when he came in, Ricky, right? When he got drafted in or he got signed in, I was like, whoa, dude, off the bat, this guy all ego been targeting him all the time. Off the bat, man. That was wild. But yeah, that one was a crazy match, dude. Yeah, it hurt watching that. In a good way. It hurt watching that. It's painful to watch in a good way. Like, there's a lot of pain everywhere in that.
I think there was that also the Oba and Inamura match, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, dude.
I caught pieces of that one, and it's just interesting because like obviously who's that guy who's Inamura's buddy there.
Oh, yeah, his partner. Oh, Lord. Tall
Yeah.
man. Oh,
Yeah, he's a
Lord.
tall dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
drawing blank.
He'll
I don't know if
he'll
I'm
come to me. No, you're
it's
right. He'll
getting
come to
late
me.
here on our end, but
No,
but yeah,
no worries.
yeah. Obviously, like Inamura, like coming from Noah. I like how they've been kind of using him, and it's all interesting enough. Like you don't really see much of an outsider getting like these title shots, specifically the world title shots, right? And I think it's clearly going both ways. You also had like you obviously have like Trick Williams currently, right? Like as a TNA champion, so like the integration of TNA being involved also. So
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I had to make a correction on myself. The other episode I said that Trick Williams was the NXT champion. I totally forgot that he's the
TNA champ.
the TNA champion. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I gotta correct myself on that.
Yeah, wild, huh? He is
All
the
good.
TNA.
Yeah.
Well, there's
champ.
just so much wrestling happening. That's
That's
just
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
that's a lot.
totally
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
But
a
yeah,
lot
like
of cross.
Inamura, like
Yeah.
I thought he had a good showing against Oba. Obviously Oba's Oba. The dude's still holding his own in NXT. He is still the ruler. And then I believe the main event with JC Jane, Fallon Henley against Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe, right? So
Yeah.
good showing with the ladies also. I caught pieces of this one as well. Obviously Blake Monroe's debut, your actual like PLE debut, I should say, with WWE. I think it was a nice way of just easing her in. Obviously not throwing out spoilers of what happens between those two, but clearly they're good showing tag team match. Yeah, I think it was just such an early show. Also, I was trying my best to kind of catch up on it for the most part. But outside of that, like later in the day, we had also Saturday main event. I believe 4 matches in particular, right? We had the Randy Orton Drew McIntyre match. We also was it Jade Cargill versus Naomi, Seth versus LA Knight, and then main event with Goldberg and Gunter, right? So anything stand out for you guys on that one? Obviously, I feel like this one there's a little bit more that for us to talk about, right?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Props to Jelly Roll. He took that Claymore pretty good, bro. I'll give him that. The Randy Orton Drew.
I remember what you
Go
say.
ahead, Jasper,
A knife. You said a knife went through the pastry or something like that.
Yeah. The knife. Yeah. I didn't want to give too much spoilers, but I just kind of wanted to give the hint out there. You know what I mean? Like
it took me a while to process that. I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
I didn't want to totally spoil it through during our chat, but I just what I mean. I give him props, bro. He took it, but I won't be totally because he's gonna be in a match with how it's been set up. He's gonna be in a match, and I will not be impressed with him wrestling unless he does like a Mexican destroyer or something. So Jelly Roll, if you do a Mexican destroyer, bro, I will be impressed. If you only do like a choke slam or something, I'm not gonna be impressed.
Hey, what if he does like a moonsault?
Fuck, dude, if he does a moonsault, bro, I'm gonna be hella impressed, bro. I will be super impressed.
Hey, if he gets on the top row and does like a tsunami, I'm good.
Dude, if he does that, yeah, I'll be super impressed, bro. if he does anything like relatively high flying and anything that involves running, I will be impressed.
We're setting up some high expectations for Jelly Roll.
Bro, running is not a high expectation.
Oh, Jelly Roll.
Well, maybe the top rope maneuvers.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
Mexican destroyer, like, oh man, we're talking flips here.
What other matches besides the oh dude, Seth Rollins? I don't know.
Yeah, we could definitely we're gonna definitely touch on that piece also. Clearly the LA Knight coming up on top, but from my understanding that it wasn't the way it was supposed to pan out.
Yeah, that wasn't the way it was supposed to pan out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of want to touch on the Naomi Jade one just a bit because
I like that, dude. I like that. Okay, so yeah. You know what? That right there, that whole Naomi and Jade thing. There's a lot to talk about in that, especially because of how it all panned out with Women's Evolution, with how the finish happened the night after. There's a lot to talk about there.
We could definitely there's a couple pieces I want to talk on why I feel like that result happened the next night.
Yeah.
But I thought they had a good showing again. I think clearly it shows, right? Like when people have partnered up multiple times having matches, and we've seen the progression in Jade's, ring ability. It is kind of crazy to think. I think she's 3-0, right, against Naomi, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
She's been 3 times now, right?
Yeah.
But the insertion of also Bianca Belair here, my takeaway from this one is just our theory, or the theories that we've been talking about how Bianca's gonna show her true colors. She's gonna turn on Jade.
I think the theory's out the window, bro.
It's crazy to think because it does feel different now because of what happened with Naomi. But at the same time, if we kind of saw how that match ended, Jade and Bianca kind of had that look hey,
I mean, that was the frenemy look. You know what I mean?
Very much so.
Right. I saw that.
Frenemy look.
That was just the frenemy. That was I mean, shit happened between us, but it's you didn't exactly take my side, but at least you called it clean. You know what I mean? It's
right. You didn't get involved.
Yeah.
You let the winner be the winner.
Yeah, I respect you for calling it clean, but you still didn't take my side, so it is what it is.
Don't think we're cool.
Yeah.
Water's not
under
the bridge
yet. It is. Yeah, exactly. But it's man, it's one of those things where I wish they had gone the way that everybody, not just us, that pretty much the whole WWE universe had thought it was gonna gone. That Bianca Belair was gonna turn heel, that she was gonna be the whole mastermind behind it. Because honestly, I don't think the WWE universe would have been mad if it had gone down that route, because that story would have been such a good story. Honestly, I think it would have been a good story, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the WWE universe would have thought that would have been a good story, because heel Bianca would have been such a good thing. Honestly, I think everybody.
I'm not giving up on it. I'm not going to give up on it.
You don't think it's not done yet?
Yeah, I don't think it's
not
done
now,
because I just feel like with Bianca's time frame in terms of her recovering from her injury, there's still time for Jade to obviously have this thing with Tiffany time, and at the same time, Bianca could eventually, play an instrumental role with that matchup by the time SummerSlam comes around, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I just feel like that's the story to happen next for Jade, because clearly I feel like her and Naomi are done. That.
Okay. Yeah. And that was just that was their way of exiting Naomi out of the picture.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. I can accept that.
Yeah. But there's also another piece to that too, right? I'll touch on that in a bit.
Let's finish Saturday Night Main Event, and then we'll move on to Women's Evolution.
Yeah. So and then obviously, we're just kind of talking about Becky and sorry, there was Becky Lynch, right? Becky Lynch and was it a triple threat? Oh no, that was the next night. I'm sorry. It's too much wrestling happening.
Seth and LA.
Seth and LA. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh yeah, Seth.
So clearly,
there's rumors swirling, bro, that this might be a fake injury, bro?
I don't know, man.
Those
I don't think
rumors
it is.
swirling, bro.
I don't think it is. Not the way it
Why?
ended. Like that was too
Yeah,
dramatic
why?
for it to be fake. Like to not be
I
a
think
real
so
injury.
too.
Like the way it ended, it just didn't feel like I think
It felt too off, right?
it felt off. Like the
Yeah.
look on Rollins' face, like it is clear to him like he did something happened, right? And the way he landed was pretty obvious too. It's he's had these knee injuries, like it's plagued him over his career. So it's unfortunate because why would you also take away like one of the top talents from Raw, where it's already kind of a skeleton crew, right? And let me just I just touch on this part, right? I feel like the reason why Naomi is also on Raw now as the women's champion is because Liv's not there. They need to have star power, and we need to balance out the rosters. And it's clear to me that the reason why they're making so many of these pivots lately, and we haven't even talked about Raw, but we had the return on OTC. So these moves I feel like have been clearly an impact of these injuries. Obviously with Seth Rollins being on the shelf for a bit, Liv Morgan's been on the shelf. There's others like Chad Gable that's on the shelf. Sami Zayn's on the shelf.
Oh,
yeah. So like we have a lot of top talent right now that's not active, and it's just so SmackDown heavy. We need more star power, and like let's be real, like Raw was actually pretty good with all of these adjustments happening, right? So yeah, I think that's one of the big reasons why we see a lot of these changes happen over the since that Seth injury.
And I will say, good job WWE. That Roman Reigns return was pretty hype because you did have me on WWEshop.com looking at that OTC 1 shirt. I almost hit the buy button, bro. I almost did. I was mere seconds away from hitting that buy button. Almost had me. Almost.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm over buying a lot of WWE merch just because I need variety. I can't be wearing black shirts. I mean, everything's just a black shirt lately. It's just it's too much. I have a dedicated black shirt closet or drawer just for the fact that they sell a lot of black shirts.
Yeah.
Hey, but black shirts sponsor us, black shirts.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we will.
Man. And then main event, Goldberg Gunther. What did you guys think about that match?
I thought it was good.
Did it go as expected?
Good. What? No,
yeah,
I thought Gunther was gonna do him worse. I thought Gunther was gonna do him worse, man. Not even gonna lie
he held
to
back.
You. Yeah, he held a lot back.
He could have murdered him.
He
could have murdered him, but I think he held back.
Same. Yeah, I agree,
dude. You know what? In the moment when I watched the match live, I thought it looked good. It looked good live. When I walked it back and I actually looked at it again and I watched Gunther chop Goldberg a second time. You could tell he held back. He held the chops back.
Yeah,
I think so.
When I objectively looked at it again and I really paid attention to the chops, he held it back. Yeah, but in the moment during the match, it looked good.
Yeah, right. The sound is cool. Yeah.
Hey, you know what, dude? Gunther made Goldberg look good. Yeah, and Goldberg did better than I thought he was gonna do. I'll be honest.
Definitely.
He looked better than I thought.
I think a lot of people were kind of anticipating a squash match. It wasn't going to go longer than 5 minutes.
Yes, but for sure.
Hey, go figure. If this is your retirement match, it's going to be your last match. Might as well, pace yourself and take it all in. Right. This is your last match, and might as well make the most out of it. Right. So there's some pretty interesting spots. Obviously, seeing him spear himself into the barricade. Yep. I didn't think he was going to take that kind of bump, but
shout out to Goldberg for taking that bump, dude. That's crazy.
Wow,
I didn't think he'd take that. Yeah. Shout out to Goldberg. Also shout out to Bret Hart in the camera room. Cutting off Goldberg during his acceptance speech.
Apparently, he's part-time NBC producer.
Yeah.
In the back, calling the production at the end of Saturday Night Main Event. So let's kind of segue to this piece here because it was obviously his farewell match, his retirement match, right? And then clearly the ring kind of filled up with a bunch of his family and friends, and we're at the end of it. He's on the mic. We see him trying to thank the fans and say his little speech there, and then all of a sudden we see the credits pop up, and of course it got cut, right? I think maybe 30 seconds into his speech, it gets cut. I don't know if you guys saw, but he had an interview with Ariel Helwani recently, and he kind of gave his his 2 cents on that whole retirement match, and to kind of sum it up, he wasn't happy. He was obviously agitated at the fact that his speech got cut short. He felt like the build wasn't really prioritized, I would say, I guess, for his match. And he's also stating I guess he'll speak a little bit more about it in 2 weeks. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, he's not happy. Let's just say that, right? He's not happy with the result of how things went down. What did you guys think? Is it valid?
I agree. No, I mean,
or is he just kind of old man yelling at clouds kind of thing? What do you guys think?
he did mention he is a WCW guy, so if he did feel slighted, and he probably felt like if he was purely a WWE guy, they would have extended and aired out his speech. Like the speech part, I agree with him if he felt slighted, but they did you solid because they put you in there with the goon, and he held back. He made you look good. He let you slow-mo all the way. He could have stepped away from the spear 5 times, but he let you slow-mo hit him. And still, so come on, man. On that part, I thought he was going to get done worse. So, but I don't know. But he's right. Maybe the production, the build-up, it came out of nowhere, I guess. He wanted it to be talked about more since he's retiring. That part, I agree maybe a little bit, but I don't know. He nice. It was nice. They could have done him bad. I mean, they could have sent you off.
I honestly, I think this might, the cutoff thing, I think that might just be NBC. Honestly, that might just be the network that has that might have nothing to do with WWE. That might not have nothing to do with Peacock, or is NBC Peacock NBC or they might be a little bit more strict on when we're gonna cut it off, we're gonna cut it off.
It was on network television though.
Oh, see,
so it wasn't just strictly Peacock. So
okay, see,
it's not like it was USA. It wasn't like Netflix. It's definitely NBC.
Right, and see, that's the thing too, and that's what I was wondering when they cut it off. So I didn't know if it was on TV as well. So I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, I wonder if they aired this on TV as well alongside Peacock. So that's something I thought about too. I was like, okay, because I know NBC is part of this, and I know if it was on Netflix, I'm sure they would have showed the logo, but they would have gave him his time to give out his speech and then cut it off. But because it was NBC, they were like, nope, we have our scheduled program. We're not going to deviate. We're cutting it. Yeah. And then WWE had posted it, like a day later, his full speech, showing what he said after. They gave him his due for sure.
I didn't know that either. That's cool.
Yeah. No, they did. Yeah, so I saw it on their social media and everything. So you know what I mean? They did give him his due. So, I mean, they did what they could.
Oh, that's awesome.
I feel like they did what they could anyway. but I mean, it is what it is. But you did share that one video with Pete Rosenberg.
Yep, Rosenberg.
He's not wrong.
Nope.
He's not wrong, dude. He's not wrong. It honestly, it has nothing to do with him being a WCW guy, because we've had a lot of WCW guys come through WWE. You know what I mean? Like,
who's even had the treatment to have like a retirement match? Really? Like Sting didn't get one.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Obviously,
Sting didn't get one.
Yeah,
for
I
obvious
don't even
reasons,
think. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Booker T, did Booker T get one?
No.
no.
Not, bro. None of the WCW guys that I know of, like, on that level. You know what I mean? Like, that they made such a huge deal about it.
I guess you could say Ric Flair, but Ric Flair is kind of like more everything.
Yeah.
He wasn't just
like,
WCW.
Ric Flair's
right?
on a different. Yeah, Ric Flair's just a
But
different.
that's Ric
different
Flair.
level. Yeah,
exactly, right?
Ric Flair's just a different level.
Yeah, I can't even think of any other WCW guys really like top WCW guys. Maybe at the time, like, well, he didn't have one. Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, you know, like he was.
What about Dally? What about Dally? If anybody deserves it, it would probably be like Dally, maybe Sting. Who else? What brother?
That like jumped ship, right?
Yeah.
Big Show.
Who else? Yeah, Show. What about Show? What about Jericho? I mean, obviously Jericho went to AEW, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure WWE has the funds to bribe him back and be like, listen, we want you to come back for one last big run. Spend your twilight years in your wrestling years with us. Come back to WWE. Spend your last years with us. Let us give you one last really good run. Let's tell the best. Let's tell the best damn story of your career. Work with us. We'll work with you. We don't care about the money. Let's tell a damn good story, and let's give it to the fans. Let's show them what we can do.
Heck yeah.
But I would even consider Jericho to be like somebody that's much more relevant than Goldberg.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not even not to say that Goldberg's any less. It's
but then,
really his impact on wrestling, right? Like Goldberg just had his streak, his stint, like, you know, clearly.
And that's the thing is that all these guys they all can work in the ring 100 times better. These guys run circles around Goldberg in the ring. You know what I mean? These guys have a repertoire of in-ring moves compared to Goldberg. Goldberg has John Cena has the five moves of doom.
Yeah.
Goldberg has like the 3 moves of doom.
3.
You know what I mean? Like,
the thing is though, like, I won't even like throw him in that category with Cena, because let's really think about this. What match in general for Goldberg would you even consider a classic?
There is none. To be honest. Like
the only one that's notable to me, and I use the word notable because it's clearly not even Lesnar. It's clearly what really put him out there as a game changer was him and Hogan, Georgia Dome, for the World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night.
I'll be honest,
right? That's the only one. But I didn't even think that was like a technical match for what it was, right?
I'll be honest. It wasn't. That's not even the match that I remember him for. The only match I remember Goldberg for was that one Battle Royale match at Hog Wild, the one where he eliminated all of the NWO. That's the only match I remember him for.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, and that's the one. That's the one to me that put him on the map. Hog Wild.
Interesting.
And that's the one that kind of like it was like him versus, I think it was NWO Black and White versus NWO Red and Black, I think, and then he basically eliminated everybody, and I think it was down to him and the Big Show, I think it was him, or it was the Giant at the time, and he jackknifed the Giant, and then like that's kind of like he was getting really big at the time. Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't the champ yet, but he was coming up, and his whole streak and everything. Yeah, so he was making his way towards Hogan, but like that's when he was getting really big, and
I think that for me that was the only match that comes to like mind. I would say, like, I wouldn't even say anything that he did in WWE was like memorable.
Notable.
You know,
Right.
no, nothing memorable, notable. Obviously, you know, like what was supposed to be a big build was like that first match he had with Brock Lesnar, but then there's also that outside narrative of, yeah, everybody knew they were both leaving. So, you know, even though they were like the two guys, the two behemoths in WWE and just pro wrestling at that time that were
That was a
clearly
bad match.
unstoppable. It
That
was
a bad match.
it was clearly hyped, right? And they didn't pan out the way everybody expected. Obviously,
Nope.
we knew that they were exiting. Lesnar was going off to football. Goldberg was the end of his contract, you know. So yeah, it's just like what do you expect people to think? You know, this match was supposed to be like something special, but it didn't end up being that way.
Austin saved that match though. Austin saved that match.
And I feel like everybody felt like they were Austin at that time, right? Like, yeah, give them the finger, stun both of them, get them out of the ring, because it's clear to us that they're they're moving on to other things, right? So
if literally if Austin was not the special guest referee of that match, it would have been an absolute and utter disaster. Like
for
literally, it was only Austin saving that segment. Other than that was an absolute disaster.
Yep. And clearly they ran it back a few times upon like Lesnar's return, Goldberg's return, right? So it kind of like at least washed that whole match out of like our minds, to say the least. But they also had their little feuds, you know, like ongoing feuds based on from Lesnar's. Goldberg's return.
Right.
But, yeah, I think to kind of sum it up here, guys, like really, is Goldberg entitled to feel like, you know, slighted? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is he overacting? I think so. Just because, you know, not a lot of people get to have what he got. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
And I think I feel like he's expecting much more for what he didn't really bring to the table here. And I think we are really like, who are we really going to compare him with? I don't think any of the guys that we talked about should be mentioned in terms of him or having his name mentioned in that list, specifically the WCW guys that we talked about. Because at the end of the day, you know, he was referencing Taker and Cena. I'm like, dude, that's because
he's not in their league.
Taker. Don't even try.
He's not in their league. He is not in their league. Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah, like take their names out of your mouth, because you were clearly a I don't want to say a sideshow, but you're clearly the counter to what WWE had at that time, or WWF, which was Austin. And during the Monday Night Wars, you clearly made your mark then, and that was pretty much the peak of your career. You had your streak. You defeated Hogan for the world title. You went on and continued to rack up more wins, and you clearly showed, like, you know, you were a dominant wrestler in terms of who your character was. We got who you were, but there's also the other part of it. You weren't like the most polished wrestler. You were kind of dangerous. You clearly ended one of the greatest wrestlers of all time career in the name of Bret Hart, and you know, really, your WWE run was the first run, second run, they're all right, they're okay. None of those matches, in my regards, would not be considered like a top tier classic. I will not put that up to any of the other matches that I would consider classics.
All the way up until your last match, you cracked the ribs of Charles Robinson.
That was probably one of the best matches he had too, with Gunther. Right? Yeah. On top of that, he injures the ref. Like,
his very last match.
Like, it's funny, right? He had his win streak. He might as well keep this other streak going, right? Like hurting people in the ring, I guess. That continues to be the case. But
and now Bret Hart has some fresh material, bro.
For sure. Like, you know. So yeah, to your point, Nick. Yeah, we know the reason why his speech got cut off short. You know, good old Hitman was at the back there. He was like, "Cut the feed, cut the feed,
cut the feed, cut the feed."
Now we're just playing
So,
hit, man. If it was really
obviously-
you would have cut it faster. You would have cut it faster, just like you said. You would have cut it faster.
You wouldn't have even shown the family in the ring.
He would have cut it at the entrance.
Right.
The match wouldn't have even been shown.
He would have cut it from there.
He would have just.
Oh man. I could even see him like messing around with Goldberg. Like, imagine if he was really doing the production, he probably would have set off like screensaver type fireworks as opposed to like, real fireworks. Like, you ain't getting none of that good stuff.
He cut the lights. He
I'm
just
gonna
cut
make sure
the whole.
your last matches. He just like fucks it up for him like entirely, right? But that was Saturday Night Main Event, and then WWE Evolution. So a lot of great matches, right? A lot of great matches. Who
100.
I'm trying to think who opened up here because there was just so much wrestling. It was hard for me to keep up. But what was it? The triple threat that opened up?
Yeah. Or
was it was it JC Jane and Jordan Grace?
No. I think it was
the triple threat.
No.
Bailey.
Yeah, it was Bailey versus Lyra and
the man
Becky.
Okay, so that was the first match, and then I believe who followed it up
was the tag team.
The Fatal 4-Way, right? Tag team.
Yeah, Fatal 4-Way, and then it was the Battle Royale, and then it was Jade versus Naomi. And then I think it was the main event right after.
I thought the Battle Royale was like before the main event.
Oh yeah, it was before the main event.
We're also missing a few matches.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, the JC,
it was Stratton and Trish Stratus also. Right.
You're right. I got
the Trish.
Yeah,
the Trish.
Yeah, I know. We're just
and then JC Jane. And then
there was a lot of matches, but it was all really good. Yeah,
it was great. The JC Jane came after the triple threat.
There were so many good matches.
Yeah, it was nice, man.
There you go. Yeah, so
crazy.
So, like, what did you guys think? And I guess did a lot of it like live up to what you guys expected in terms of like who won these matches? Like, what did you guys think?
Hey, first and foremost, hey, shout out to Jasper's girl, bro. She's MVP of the weekend, bro.
She did.
She worked 6 matches this weekend.
She did.
Oh,
she did her
thing. MVP of the weekend, bro.
Damn. Hey, damn, her partner, your so-called friend over there. That's like 6 spears.
That wasn't her. That wasn't her fault. That wasn't her fault. But hey, that was the queen. That was the queen doing her experience right there. Pulling
Alexa.
Pulling her partner. Yeah, pulling Alexa out of the way. That was just experience. That was experience right there. But that hey, she hit the soul snatcher. She hit the soul snatcher on the queen though. That was clean though. That was clean.
She did.
I thought we were gonna have new tag team champs. I really thought we were gonna have new tag team champs.
I thought so too.
Nah.
I thought it was gonna be Alexa and Charlotte coming out.
Yeah.
I really thought so.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
I like the dynamic though. I really like where they're going with it. It's really gelling well.
Yeah.
I like.
You can tell they're gonna stick around. They're not gonna split right after this.
Yes.
You can tell they're gonna stick around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where they're gonna go story wise after this PLE. I'm definitely interested to see where they're gonna go.
I don't know how to feel about the Kabuki War just because I was actually enjoying Kairi's run on the her singles run for a bit.
Oh, that's a good point.
Just came back too, right? But it makes sense too, like, you know, to see them put back together just because it does help the women's tag team division. You know, like clearly there's that you know, like Void specifically because Liv is out and you know there's not much happening outside of like the 4 teams that were in this match, and then you know we have like I guess a few other like makeshift teams, you know, like in NXT with, you know, you got Fatal Influence there, but she's the Secret Harvest, like, you know, there's not much, right? So I think we got to rebuild the women's tag team division in that way, and but man, yeah, I was just hoping that Alexa and Charlotte won just because I felt like they're just it's crazy too because like Charlotte was getting some actual like babyface cheers, right? Like the tide's
Yes.
really
She actually was getting cheers.
Yeah.
the
They're
tide has
digging
really
her. They're
turned in
digging
terms
her.
of like, you know, the fan reception, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
They were
this
calling
is
for her,
making
I
it
think.
work, you know, like, and I don't know. Yeah, yeah, and I don't know if like a lot of the stuff outside of wrestling has really like played a role in it because I know she's been doing interviews and she's been like, you know, I think some articles specifically I think it was a Players Tribune that came out. You know, she was kind of like talking about her life and all that good stuff. So she's been a little bit more vulnerable with like the audience as of late, you know, but especially because of how her on-screen character is portrayed. You know, you want to, you know, we clearly perceive her as a heel, but it's kind of coming around a bit, you know. Like, I think now the fans have like really organically embraced Charlotte as a babyface again. So yeah, I think it's good. I think the tag team works though. The tag team works, and I'm not entirely closed off with the idea that you said, Nick, that hey, maybe at the end of this run as a tag team, maybe Alexa turns heel on her. Who knows? Possibly.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm just, you know what? I'm interested to see. I'm just interested to see where they're gonna go with it. I don't know. It's interesting. I really am interested to see where they're gonna go with it.
Yeah,
because it's just their dynamic is interesting. They're two power players. You know what I mean? They're two power players.
They're
so
veterans.
It's interesting. Yeah, it is. They're veterans.
Yeah.
So
They're
I'm just really
veterans
interested to see where they're going.
It's a fresh
They could go
matchup.
far.
It is. It's fresh. It's different. It's different, and that's what we want to see. It's different.
Yeah, it makes them relevant.
Yeah,
Keeps them on
actually.
TV. You know, and they're both over right now. Which is nice. I think. Gosh, like what's the other match that kind of stood out to me? Oh, what did you guys think about the Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton match?
Oh, hey,
Yo,
Trish,
there's a
outside of the obvious reasons of
there's a reason Trish Stratus is a Hall of Famer, bro. At her age, bro, she put out. There's a reason
She
that
showed
her
out.
and Lita are legends, bro. Like,
hell yeah, dude.
she showed out. She hung with Tiffany. She did.
Or Tiffany was
excellent
hanging
job.
with her. Yeah,
Excellent.
Tiffany.
There you
Hey,
go.
Tiffany's
You
close,
can look at it
man.
that way too.
Ooh,
I like
look at it that way.
Hey, yeah, Tiffany was hanging with her, dude. That was nuts. I like
That
her.
was fantastic.
Trish.
It was a great match.
Trish. Yes, I enjoyed that one.
You know, I think, and you know what, part of it too is because we all know Trish she's a little older. So I was giving her a little bit of leeway because I was like, hey, you know, Trish Stratus is a little bit older. I'm not expecting her to do as much as she was when she was a lot younger. But, bro, that was totally not giving her the credit she deserved because she put out all the stops. She did really good. I was totally impressed. I totally didn't give her all the credit she deserved.
Hey, has she not like wanted to give the fans more and try to jump off that top rope and give Tiffany some time? I think she should have hit another finisher, bro, like right away. Hit another finisher, you would have put her out. Like you would have put her away, man. But she gave Tiffany some time. Tiffany,
she did good though. Nah, the match was good.
That was a good one.
It's
her
crazy
clothes,
because
man.
It feels like Trish doesn't need to. Oh, I noticed like she had like a little bit like the throwback buckle of the women's championship.
Yes, I noticed that too.
Yeah, like a nice touch.
Bro, that was a nice touch. And her outfit screamed Power Rangers, dude.
Yeah. Well,
I loved it though. Yeah, I loved her. I loved her outfit.
There's a lot of it that looks like Power Rangers in my opinion.
I loved her outfit, and I did notice that buckle thing, the one that says Trish, and it was
the women's
like
championship.
it was like the old women's championship. I did notice
that's
that.
pretty
I like
sick.
that.
It's crazy because like you think at this point in her, I guess in this stage of her life, right? People like Trish Stratus, and I'll even kind of segue into like with Nick and Bello in here in a bit, but they don't have to be doing this kind of stuff, right? But it's clear to us that they have the itch to kind of like see what they can do, especially with the younger generation, and they're showing their worth. They're hanging in there, clearly showing why they were instrumental with the whole women's movement, you know, women's wrestling. And it's interesting to see like how well somebody like Trish Stratus does at this point of her career, right? And she had that look at the end, right? It was just almost like, we're definitely not. This is not the last time we've seen Trish, you know.
Oh, 100%, dude. 100%. You
she
could
can
see it
still
in her
go.
face. She's not done. She
can
is
still
not
go.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah,
She's not
she
done.
can still go.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on back.
She
We wanna
enjoyed that
see it.
way too much.
We did too,
Right?
Trent.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
so
we
true.
did
That's so
too.
true. Like,
We did.
Yep.
Tiffany, we
Gosh,
enjoyed your outfit too, Tiffany. Man, Tiffany, my lord.
What do you think about the battle royale?
Hey, that was wild. The battle royale was wild because I saw so many faces and so many heads. I didn't know how it's gonna turn out, but they gave everybody their shine. The ones that needed to be pushed got their shine. It's like the ones that just played the background with they even got theirs, like Rad B and Minchin. They even got their camera time. So I like how they split it all with everybody, especially Lash Legend. I know we all picked Stephanie Vaquer, but the last three was the three I was gonna pick. Like it was either gonna be one of them. Like so, I was like Lash Legend, Nia Jax, or
Lash Legend
Stephanie
showed out,
Vaquer.
Bro.
Yes,
She did. She's
Lash
push her.
Lash
Dog.
Legend
Yes.
got her time to shine. They pushed her on that one. They gave her time to shine, and she showed up.
I'm glad they
She
did,
did, huh?
because I felt like she
too.
has the it factor, like back in NXT, like, you know, early days of NXT for her. Obviously she was you know, part of that group Meta-4, but it almost felt like it was needed for her to break free from that group to like really establish herself as a top women's star, right? And I think showcasing her as like one of the final two in the battle royal was a good move here. Obviously, you know, she had her spots, you know, like she slammed Nia, right? If I'm not mistaken, did she slam Nia?
Oh,
or was it
did
Piper?
No. Piper. She probably slammed Piper.
She picked up Nia towards the
yes.
end.
Yes.
Yeah, to throw her over.
Yeah, she had a spot for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. But
power.
You know, I just feel like, you know, she definitely has potential to be a top female star in the division. You know, it's very stacked as is, right?
Yeah. Was it Kehlani Jordan that pulled the Kofi Kingston?
Yes, cool. She had her definitely had her moment, you know. Yeah. What else notable? Obviously, like you see, like Lola Vice even had her little spot with Nikki.
Yeah.
I just thought it was
Chelsea.
It was a fun match.
Let's go, Chelsea.
It was a fun match.
When it was pretty obvious where they were going to go with it, like in terms of who's going to come out on top.
Yeah.
Because it's you know, like the thing about battle royals is, you know, like you're only gonna have a few that really are gonna stand out because clearly there's gonna be one winner. And you're just kind of throwing everybody in there just to be part of it. But I think what Jasper said earlier was that this was unique in a way because they really did kind of at least highlight a few of the women that participated. It wasn't just, you know, like people throwing each other over the top rope or getting eliminated. There were some moments, you know what I mean? And people got their moment to shine, whether it was like a minute or two or like a move or two. There was a great way of how they presented it as opposed to like past battle royals in the past, you know? But yeah, Stephanie Vaquer winning that, she's clearly going to have the opportunity to face well, I guess we'll go into this part. The new world heavyweight champion, women's champion, Naomi. And obviously that occurred at the very end of the main event, which by all means should not have overshadowed the fact that Rhea Ripley and Io Sky had a hell of a match. Probably one of the best matches of the year. And I think the end result just really, you know, it just made the whole PLE, you know, feel like a very must watch, you know, and Naomi, you know, well deserved. She earned her shot, you know, or she earned this opportunity, and you know, her character change. This has been one of the best, you know, one of the best transitions I would say from a babyface to a heel character. She definitely needed to freshen up her you know, on screen persona. And kudos to her, you know, like she I think it was about 8 years since she's had a women's title, a world women's title.
It's been a while.
Singles,
It's been a while.
So she's back on top, and clearly now on the Raw brand. Like I mentioned, that brand right now needs all the help they can get, just because of how many people are on the shelf. Fresh matchups here, obviously, with Naomi being involved with the whole Rhea Io Sky piece of it. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I just want to start off by saying, I know last podcast I had mentioned that I needed a break from mommy. I want to take that back. Mommy, stick around. Mommy, you can stick around for a while. You can stick around for a long while.
Stay on top, mommy. Stay on top, mommy.
Dude, stay on top for a while. Dude, you know what? Okay. WrestleMania 41.
Saying that apology.
No. WrestleMania 41, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. Up until this point, that was my match of the year. Up until this point. Then Women's Evolution happened, and then, dude, this Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, this is my match of the year. This is my new match of the year. This was such a good match, dude. This was such a good match. I mean, this wasn't your typical Rhea Ripley match either. Like, it just, because Io's wrestling style is different from most of the girls. So Rhea kind of changed up her style a little bit. Plus, there's more story to it. You know what I mean, behind it. Between Rhea and Io. So it felt a little more personal. And they were exchanging words in the ring, and it really felt it was such a good match. It was so good. This to me is match of the year for me. This was a good match. And then, like we said, the ending, right? Naomi came in, cashed in. She cashed in at the perfect time too. Right after the Spanish Fly, both of them were down. They were hurt, and then just like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And all of a sudden, you hear Naomi's music, and it's like, oh, here comes Naomi. And it was perfect execution. She deserves it. It's perfect. Yeah. It was perfect. And it was a great ending to the PLE. That's my match of the year. It was a great match. Great match. Overall great match.
Dude, I agree with Iron Man. The potential of it being match of the year and all those accolades was great. It had me poison Ronda's DDTs, big boots, and freaking Rick Tide flying off of levels and heights just for the fans, in the ring, out the ring, knocking out referees. Dog, Naomi, too. See, look, okay. I was like, everybody tonight in this whole PLE had retained. But so Io Sky, when she was walking down there, you're gonna retain because everybody else did tonight. I done forgot about Naomi. So point. You're right. The spot when she came in, I said, I love it for you, Naomi. I love it for you. But I hate that you had to come in and do that to Io. Why? Why her, dog? You could have knocked out Tiffany over there. No. I don't care if Tiffany was still fresh. You go knock her out with your little briefcase. Why you have to do that to Io, man? But I love it for you because you're the best heel ever. That shit you said on Raw, you knew Io Sky said it in perfect English, but you still said, I don't know what you said. That shit was hilarious, dog. She's a perfect Naomi is the most perfect heel.
Her troll game right now is so lit right now.
It's 100 million right now
on TV.
Yeah,
but hey, Jasper, bro. Jasper, you bring up such a good point, dude. It's because we didn't expect Naomi at all. You know what I mean? Like, we were so laser focused in on the match, on who was gonna win with Io and Rhea, and it was such a tight match. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we just didn't know who was gonna win, and there was just this whole factor on they were just giving it their all, who was going to win, and the crowd was super split. 1 minute, the crowd was cheering for Io. The next minute, the crowd was cheering for Rhea. And, bro, it was so over, and then we were super convinced that Naomi was going to go for Tiffany, stay on SmackDown
Yeah.
and continue that story with Jade and Bianca, and then here comes Naomi and just totally like, you know what I mean, changes everything, and then, man, you know what I mean, like
Real. That was
pulls a
wild. Because
swerve
you're like, and then
it's like
why
crazy.
do wrestlers keep hitting the Spanish fly? Every time, I don't know who got hurt. The guy that hit the move on top of the guy that got hit the move. Like who keeps doing this move, man? But yeah, that's a great point, dog. Because I didn't expect her to come out. Yo, man, damn, you took it from
it's
Io.
safe to say it's kind of a kamikaze move, right?
Yeah.
It's a kamikaze move at the end of the day. It's like
The
you
Spanish
dish in the
fly.
damage, but there's definitely recoil to it. You're gonna get a good piece
Jelly
of the
roll.
damage, I would say.
Jelly roll. Hit that
Spanish
Spanish
fly?
fly, bro. Hit the Spanish fly.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Hey, Jelly
That would do
Roll,
it.
you better do the Spanish fly because I'm like, dude, in SummerSlam, look, Jelly Roll, I love your music. That song, Win Street, hey man, that song is great. You have great music, man. But your match for SummerSlam is the one I'm dreading. I'm like, dog, Randy versus two other wrestlers on the other side. Did you not hear Drew McIntyre? He told you, you really want to see what happens to you over here? Look, man, go get Travis Scott. Let him catch some smoke. It was him first. Don't try to don't do that. Jelly Roll, man. But I'm ready to tune in, and you will do a Spanish fly and hit it on Logan Paul. I think so. You can go do it. You gonna do it. Hey, tune in.
Oh,
Jelly
my
Roll
goodness.
right here, LTS Wrestling Podcast. We listen to your music. We're wrestling fans too. Tune in. But I can't lie. You're with one of my favorite wrestlers, dude. But I don't know if he can help you. I don't know if he can save you from a Drew McIntyre. He might from a Logan Paul. But bro, no, bro. Drew McIntyre meant it when he was in your ear and said, "You want to get in my ring?" Like I will. Hey, you couldn't. Hey, man. Hey, he couldn't sell it enough. I'd be scared. That move, Drew McIntyre. That was wild. I like him. Yeah, coming to my ring.
Oh man, Jelly Roll, do it for the big boys.
Do it for the big boys.
Man.
Do it for the
Spanish
big
fly,
boys.
dude. How many months? What, you got a month,
Work us.
Jelly Roll? A month
Rep
or
us.
two? You're going to do it.
Yep. Yeah. So
yeah,
like
that was match. That's match of the year for me right there, bro. Io versus Rhea.
Yeah.
Match of the year.
much deserved and worthy of that for sure, I would say. But guys, guess heading into the next PLE, we're looking at SummerSlam, right? They got some matches already lined up. It seems pretty stacked, and obviously it's a 2-night event now. First SummerSlam 2-night event happening out in New Jersey, I believe at MetLife Stadium. So the rundown that we currently have for this PLE, we just learned obviously the Fatal 4-Way match, or I'm sorry, the Gauntlet match that just happened on Raw became the deciding factor of who Gunther is going to be facing, which will be CM Punk. We also had another match between Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. 2 out of 3 falls to decide who faces Becky Lynch. Ends up being Lyra Valkyria. Yeah. Then the women's world title is going to be featured in a triple threat between Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. So we just talked about those women, and I'm sure that this is just going to be as good, hopefully. Yeah. Then on the other side, we got the WWE women's title with Tiffany Stratton going up against the Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill. Then the match that we're just kind of like alluding to here with Randy Orton, Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. And then the undisputed title with John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, the men's King of the Ring winner. So yeah, it's starting to build up here. I'm not sure exactly which match will fall on which night, but what do you guys think so far with this current build to SummerSlam? Yeah, I was feeling it. Is it hype, overhype? What do you guys think?
Looks cool so far.
Yeah.
Anything that stands out to you there, just like, wait, why are they doing this?
I'm
jelly roll.
curious about the Cody Rhodes versus John Cena match.
Oh,
jelly roll.
jelly.
He's wondering if he's gonna do the Spanish Fly.
That's good. Hey, we're you know what? I think we're kind of undercutting him a bit, and I think he's gonna have match of the night. Just saying.
Hey, bro, he might.
You know,
Yeah,
we
bro.
might have to like pay attention to this match. It might be match of the night. We don't know.
Bro, he's gonna hit that Mexican.
A bit.
He's gonna hit that Mexican destroyer. We're gonna have to eat our words, bro.
He's gonna pull off every luchador move that we can think of, and he's gonna
shout us out on TV, and we're gonna have to eat our words, bro. He's legit gonna look at the camera. He'd be like, "LTS, I told you I could do it." We're gonna have to eat our words, bro.
Prove me wrong. Prove me
Ain't
wrong.
happening.
Hey, just throwing it out to the universe.
Yeah,
throwing it out.
It may happen in WWE 2K, but not at SummerSlam.
Willing it out to the universe.
But
yeah, I'm interested in that John Cena Cody because I don't know, you know, outside of just the whole, WWE in general, looking at their socials and all that stuff, being content creators ourselves, I like to look at a lot of the other wrestling content creators and a lot of the stuff that they like to talk about. And, a lot of the content creators are convinced that Cody has to be the guy. Not just people
like
on our
be the
podcast.
guy as what? Be
the guy who has
him?
to dethrone him. You know what I mean? And I still hold fast that CM Punk will be our guy to dethrone John Cena.
He's chasing another title.
I know. I can still dream that CM Punk will, on the very last day, steal that title, jump over the barricade, blow the kiss, and just run away and leave. Cena flabbergasted. Pull it off one more time, but
Summer of Punk Part 2, huh?
Yeah, part two. But I can dream, but yeah, I mean, with Cena only having so many more dates left, you know what I mean, and with Cena bound to take a hiatus soon, I'm interested to see if maybe this is the time that maybe Cody takes the belt off of Cena, maybe
makes him more active again.
Yeah, and makes Cody more active, which causes Cena to take a break, makes him come back as a face, causes his redemption arc. If that's the road they're gonna go down, you know what I mean? Because we've been talking about it this whole time, right? He's been going through this whole mental thing where he's been like kind of thinking about it, like he's showing like signs
reservations.
Here and there. Yes,
like,
right.
No, I'm having.
Hey, he still does that. He still does the bad things, right? He still does it, but he's having hesitations here and there. So I mean, if they're gonna go down that redemption arc, maybe he takes some time. Maybe Cody beats him, takes some time off, and while Cody's the champ, it sets it up for Randy to become the Legend Killer again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Become the bad guy. And starts his quest towards hunting down Cody.
Dude, I like that storyline. Let's
same
go.
boat here with you. I think it's like I think a lot of these other matches are great. I honestly kind of over like the Becky Lyra feud. I feel like it's overkill at this point.
I think this is it for them.
I hope so, because it's starting to feel like Lesnar and Roman all over again. Like just overexposure with these two. And yeah, they do great ring work, but I don't know, the story just falling flat for me. I think the whole Becky Lyra thing has served its purpose, and the purpose was to get Lyra over. And it served its purpose. It has.
Lyra has really grown on us. She at least for me, I can speak for myself. Lyra's grown on me.
Yeah,
and
she has.
That the whole purpose of them was to put her over and have her grow on everybody through this whole feud. Yeah, it's worked because she's
mission accomplished.
For sure. Yeah. It's done its job.
I'm ready to move on from that feud.
For sure.
So I hope that's it there. Obviously interested with the other title for the women's both women's titles, I would say. Clearly with Ray and Io, like they always show out. So insert Naomi into this mix. I'm sure it's gonna be a great match. Do we see a new women's champion and Jade Cargill? We'll see. I really do feel like Bianca could be inserted into this somehow. I wouldn't be surprised. I just feel like there always tends to be like a turn right at SummerSlam. So typically, if there's gonna be any turn,
it's crazy how you say that.
That would be.
It's crazy how you say that, man. Because I this one right here, the Jade Cargill one, is what I want. I like this one. The Jade Cargill one. I'm saying it's crazy how you say that because this Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. I'm looking forward to this one because it's the buff Barbies, one black, one white, finna collide and make it great. And if that happens where Bianca gets tied into it, it's gonna be something. Oh man. Hey, that's heat. Are you drop? Look, LTS, you guys heard it first.
I think so. I think so. I'm not really that interested in the tag team match, to be honest with you guys. That's probably my bathroom break matchup. I'm definitely interested to see Gunther CM Punk. Like, I think they'll. I don't know. Like, now I'm gonna kind of say this real quick about that. I don't know if this gauntlet was clearly a reaction to the whole Seth Rollins injury. I feel like it was put together because of that, and with CM Punk being inserted here, I feel like it makes sense to actually have him in a title match that will obviously be highlighted on one of the nights of the PLE. So it makes sense. I think it makes sense, but at the same time, I do see Gunther still coming out as the champion here. However, or wherever this goes in terms of CM Punk's next feud, I'm sure it still kind of ties into like the whole Seth Rollins faction piece of it.
Hey, before you even move forward with any of the other matches, I'm not gonna even lie. When I was watching Raw and they were doing the whole gauntlet thing, legit, I thought Braun Breaker was gonna win, and how I thought the story was gonna go was Braun Breaker was gonna win, Braun Breaker was gonna beat Gunther, and they were gonna use that to progress a story down the road where Seth Rollins comes back and Breaker's champion, and that's used as a way to break up their stable as like, Breaker's the champion. And then Breaker is like, you know what I mean? Like Breaker starts asserting himself as like, okay, you were ahead of our group when you before you got hurt, and you were Mr. Money in the Bank, but I'm the champion now. So who's really the head of our group right now? You know what I mean? So I thought that's how they were
some
gonna
friction.
Yeah. I thought that was the road they were gonna go down, but CM Punk won. But I was like, okay, but I mean that would have been a cool one, but. They went CM Punk. I'm still down for that match. I think they're gonna do a really good match that way, but that's how I thought they were gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay. They should have did it that way.
I see where you're going with that one.
That sounds amazing right there. They should have did it that way, man.
I think with the way things have been though, like I feel like it's too soon to break them up. Even though like they like to do these little subtle teases, right? Like them having some like friction within the group kind of thing. But I think it's just too soon. I think they got to still build up Braun and Bronson. And I think they can. Obviously, I think what we'll see eventually is like we're going to see Bronson and Braun come on as two main event type of, superstars eventually at the end of this whole run. But
that whole Monday Night Raw was that whole Monday Night Raw was just a really good. That was a really good showing for Braun Breaker, though. Like, they did a really good job.
I could see, honestly, a build to Mania where Braun and Roman actually
Yeah.
will have a match.
Yeah.
I could see
sure.
this happening.
I like that.
Like that's
Yeah.
what a way to kind of like put yourself into a high profile match, right? Roman and Braun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously you got Paul Heyman, behind or in the corner of Braun Breaker, the former wise man. So it has a lot of like, pieces that I feel like could be a good build to a WrestleMania matchup.
Hey, tell me now, remember when what was it, like a couple weeks ago when they were on the mic and what was it? Bronson Reed, he was talking about tsunamiing Seth Rollins.
Seth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Didn't that
yeah.
give off the whole Batista Triple H has never beat me kind of evolution vibes?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like,
That's
and
dope.
then Seth
Yeah.
Rollins kind of looking at him like this.
He's just in the back.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, like this mother trucker. He's really talking crap like that. I was like, yeah, that's what it is.
Like right in front of me.
Yeah. You know,
Right in
I'm right
front.
here,
Yeah.
right? You know, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely gave those vibes.
That was funny. That was kind of funny.
Would it
Yeah,
be
that
interesting
was-
if they had another guy though join the group at this point?
You
Because
know,
Seth
hey,
is on the show.
honestly, I'm kind of all for that. If
Karrion
they had
Kross?
one more person. I'm kind of for that.
Yeah, I feel like they could. I think it'd be
You
a good time. But at the same time, yeah, it'd be interesting who it will be.
Yeah, I mean, because remember you threw out Austin Theory before.
He's just been
Oh,
off
that was
TV.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
been off
right.
TV, and that was
He been
before
MIA.
like
Insert him in there.
Their
Yeah.
current like how their current dynamic is now. I don't know if Austin Theory would fit in anymore. Their current dynamic, I don't think he would fit in. So like,
I
with
wouldn't
how
be
their
able to
current
take him that
dynamic
serious.
is, yeah, they would have to fit somebody else in right now. Like they would have to fit in somebody like Ethan Page might fit in with their current like. You know what I mean? Like how their group dynamic is. Ethan Page.
It's a
might fit
ruthless
into
group.
that.
This group's kind of
That
cutthroat,
is a ruthless
ruthless.
group.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Braun and Bronson are like the muscle, but you
Yeah.
also kind of have like the edgy type of attitude. Like you're ruthless, and you
So
gotta,
like somebody like an
come
Ethan
in
Page
for
would
you.
fit in. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, man. The Cena Rhodes matchup here, I feel like it's coming much sooner than I expected. But I think the way the crowd has been reacting with Cena, it's hard to think that this crowd wouldn't boo the hell out of Rhodes in their second meeting, almost forcing Cena to, oh gosh, like go face here, right? But at the same time, like, man, if Rhodes is going to be the one to dethrone him, why not dethrone him with the help of The Rock? Have the final boss show up, do a 3-2-1 bullshit, slap his forearm if he wants. You know what I mean? Like,
It's stupid.
and like that shit, and then
Yep.
and
and then
all of a
disappear for
sudden,
another 6 months.
yeah. At the same time, we see the oh, Cody sold his soul. Here we go, heel Cody, new champ. Cena goes and takes a break, comes back as a
Ooh.
big time baby face, right? Has like the third and final showdown with Cody, possibly, right? Hit the trifecta. At least they'll have one each. Last match to settle it. Cena done with his career, right?
Nice.
Yep. And you know that would be a good way to.
That's a good setting
way
off.
for. Yeah, that'd be a good send off, which I'm so adamant about Cody versus Randy, and especially leading to WrestleMania, which would be perfect for Randy to start off the feud as a babyface, but end the feud as an anti-hero, not as a heel. Him as going in as a face, but ending it as the legend killer. So not exactly a total heel, but being
Like
an
Austin.
anti-hero. Yeah,
Like
kind of like an
Austin
Austin. Yeah, kind of like an
Yeah.
Austin thing. Like
It's
going
super-
in
Yeah, like Austin.
kind of going in like starting it off as a face,
like
but
that.
because Cody's kind of being
Uh-huh.
a heel, kind of going into like a deep, darker place, like, you know, coming to terms with, you know what I mean? Like, I really gotta go back to this place where it's like, you know what I mean? Like Cody
It's
is
the only way I'm gonna win that belt.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna beat Cody is if, you know, I go back
Uh-huh.
to these old ways where I kind of tried to leave that life behind, but you know, if I gotta go there, I gotta go there. And
Yeah,
it's
no,
the only way I'm
I'm
gonna beat
for it.
Cody.
I'm for it. And I
And
think
manifest it all the way at WrestleMania. I think that would be a dope.
yeah, because and the thing is too, like I think lately like, WWE tends to do these things right where you feel like somebody's gonna go heel, but then they don't really fully go like you know execute it, and next thing you know, somebody else goes heel, right? Not saying this is the best example, but look what happened with the New Day, right? It almost felt like it was just Xavier, you know, coming off as like, oh, he's gonna turn on Kofi. He's showing signs of him being heel. Next thing you know, it was actually him and Kofi that turned heel, specifically on Big E. You know, so it was kind of a swerve at the end of the day. I feel like it might end up being the same thing with Randy. Like it's not Randy that's actually like he's showing signs of it, but I think it's more like showing signs of going back to the Viper legend killer. And he's still going to be a babyface because who's actually turning heel here? I think Cody Rhodes. I think we're going to have heel Cody soon. I'm all for it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Much sooner than I think, but I'm for it. I don't think it's wrong for them to go down that route just because, you know, Cena's just it's even though that we got a heel Cena, I think the fact that we got the heel Cena that we've been wanting for like the longevity of his career, it's just like it's just like, you know, we only got so many dates left with Cena. We want to cheer the hell out of him too, right?
We do.
We want to have our last
do.
few days with him as the Cena we know, and we can cheer for him. So
Yeah,
I
we
think
want Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect, bro.
yeah. Yeah. So, you know, it's hard to like deny that at this point. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think you know, I'm not sure exactly what other matches are gonna pan out over the course of time, but yeah, I think they're setting themselves up for like a pretty good PLE here. Like, you know, we got 2 nights, so I'm sure there's clearly more matches to come, right? Yep, very excited. Outside of that, gentlemen, great episode again, and I appreciate everyone and all of our followers, viewers. Thank you so much again for joining us. Continue to support us. Hit the like button, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. And until next time, we out.